Hello, everyone. My name is Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from round 3 of the Birmingham Barons Team Championship. Should be a great time today. I'm going to go ahead and start getting these colors in here. Our players this round are Nick White and Lauren Roland. Super excited for this matchup. We got Empire on Empire, but some a very different type of Empire list than we're used to seeing on Nick's side, and a kind of a variation on a extended meta list that we've seen quite a bit. We'll see how things work out. On the left, Nick has Death Rain with Trajectory Simulator, Diamond Boron missiles, proton bombs, seismic charges, and delayed fuses. He then has 2 Inquisitors and 2 Alpha Squadron pilots. All 4 of those have no upgrades, just leaning on the chassis abilities, leaning on the Force. A couple things important to note here. Nick likes to keep those Force charges on the table right there, so we will see that we'll be able to track the Force there. And it looks like Lauren might be doing the same thing. It looks on the card right there. So if we're looking for Force, they won't be on the table. I know a lot of players use the table. Not today. So get those votes in now. Choose 1 or 2. I'm going to go ahead and start breaking down Lauren's list. Lauren has brought Lieutenant Sai with ST-321. That is the shuttle title. Redline with an arm with an accident. Actually, absolutely love it. I got to see it in person. Looks really, really good. With passive sensors and proton torpedo, just looking for that big punch. And then Whisper with Juke, collision detector, and Fifth Brother. Just solid. Just so good. And Whisper is, I'm expecting Whisper and Redline both to do some work here, especially Whisper with that decloak. And basically being the ace in this list, but it's really tough to punch through that Inquisitor defense. So we'll see how this shakes out. And those Alpha Squadron pilots, they can die pretty easily, having only 3 health, but they can definitely do some work. They still have 3 attack dice, and if left to their devices, they can be tricksy. Because I think the looking even at the positioning here, looks like Nick likes to lead with Death Rain. He seems like the big threat, and then you have the Alpha Squadrons on the backside just trying to chew people up. Could be a bad time for Lauren if she ignores those for too long. Let me go ahead and continue putting the colors here. Oops, I made a mistake. That one is blue. This one is green. There we go. We have a red and yellow. Cool. Now, if you guys have been watching for especially the last couple months, you know that I usually give the like square locks to one person and circle locks for the other. But because Redline can take 2 target locks, I gave her both the square and the circle target lock, so you'll see those both go out, and they both belong to Lauren. She's the only one that has a pink on her side. All right. Lieutenant Sai is purple, and Redline we already said was pink, so we can go ahead and get that pretty easily. And then Whisper is going to leave white because this Whisper does not have a way to take a target lock, so we don't have to worry about that. Princess Apricot 1 says, I got to vote for Lauren to show female X-Wing player solidarity. There's so few of us. All right, I like it. I like it. Lauren is one of the Birmingham Barons. And just overall a really cool person. All right. She's the betrothed of Stephen Ford, if you know who that is. He's one of the Birmingham Barons as well. Maybe you've met him before. And not her. Just a little reference there. They're a rare love story. They met playing X-Wing. That's super rare. Super rare. They're a diamond in the rough. All right. Thank you so much to Trog for your sub. We do have our goal today is 100 subs here. We only have a single day here. That's why I kept it low. Lately, we've been doing like 250s, and we crushed that in Texas and in Las Vegas. That's where I was before Texas. I was talking about that earlier. Anyway, looking at this matchup, I really think positioning is going to matter, and this opening is going to be huge. Both lists have pilots that like to essentially joust. This red line that Lauren has isn't a advanced sensor. It's not an AC red line. It is a punch you in the face red line. So we'll see how that works out. I see somebody here, the 211th guard says, red line has the RX-78-2 Gundam arm with a Zaku Heat Hawk. Yes, I think that's what all those things are called. But I just know it has a really cool robot arm with an axe. That's what I would call it, because I'm not familiar with the Gundams. System phase, here we go. All right, so here's the decloak. Going 2 straight there with Whisper. Gets the evade. And no, here we go. Yes, we are going to get some bombs here from Death Rain. Going to go ahead and use Trajectory Simulator to probably launch a seismic charge. Yes, it is. 1 of 2 seismic charges used. And Destiny! Little joke there. That is the first appearance of delayed fuses on stream. All right, so that's going to be waiting a turn before it blows up. That's what the delayed fuse there is for. All right, Initiative 1s are up. Here come the Alpha Squadron pilots. All right, Zumi here, going 5 straight. Looks like we are bringing the Alphas into the flank. And 3 bank. And remember that Death Rain's ability allows him, after he drops or launches a bomb, go ahead, pull it up here. After you drop or launch a bomb, you may perform an action. So he took a focus there on the Punisher. That's why he has that focus action. So Boostin getting a little closer to his squadron mate. One straight, keeping it casual. So it looks like just outside of range 1 of the cloud that will not explode this turn, but next turn. All right, he's going to go ahead and coordinate using Lieutenant Sai's ability. Lieutenant Sai says that after you perform a coordinated action, if the ship you've chosen performed an action on your action bar, you may also perform that action. So, hey, Redline, you get a focus? Me too. Sharing the love. And after performing an action on Redline, Redline can perform a target lock action. So he went ahead and had range to that interceptor there and was able to switch one of the locks over there. Interceptor, Inquisitor going up the board. All right, so going to go ahead and boost there with the Inquisitor. Taking the focus. And another 5 forward here. All right, that's going to go ahead and hit. No action there on the Inquisitor. All right, 1 bank from Death Rain. Seems to be anticipating Redline going down into this alley. We'll find out here in a second. Checking for a lock. Just outside of Redline, so being forced to put it onto the Lambda. Nick saying that he's a bit sad. Nick says, that sucks, and I hate it. 1 straight. Now, Redline has not performed a target lock action yet. He acquired a target lock after receiving the focus from his ability. We'll go ahead and pull up the Redline card here for you guys to read it. Okay, we're going to leave the poll up here until dice start being rolled. She's going to go ahead and target lock Death Rain. Redline bringing the and I was about to say the hammer. It's an X. That's an X. All right. Hard 2. And a focus. That'll be out of range. Start of combat goes, or at the end of engagement, the fuse goes off instead of the bomb exploding. And does Whisper have a shot? Does. Here we go, 3 dice. Spends the focus, no risk right now, and going to use Fifth Brother to make one a crit. That's just habit there, making sure to always remember that ability. Spends his focus, and there's no more focus token on Death Rain right now, opening up an unmodded defense versus Redline. Here's a Proton Torp coming in. Digging deep. Here we go. 3 hits. Has a target lock. 1 turns to a crit because of the Proton Torpedo effect. Rerolls. 3 hits and a crit. Got the squiggle there. Shields ripped off. Early start there for Redline. All right. 2v2, range 3 coming in. No modifiers. Got 1 and 1. Nick has Lieutenant Sai coming up. Lauren does have the first player, so she'll be getting a range 3 shot. Shuttle can do damage too. Has a focus out there. That's 3 hits. Got 1 squiggle. Taken 2. That's going to be an early half points lead there for Lauren, 0 to 33. All right. No shots there, but gets to see what is range looking like. And that Alpha does have a shot. Both the Inquisitors were out of range. Let's see what this Alpha can do. 2 hits. Got one. Takes a shield. First damage on Lauren's list there. So 57 minutes left in the round. Lauren was the champion chosen by the chat, 48% to 51% after 80 votes. So right now we're 1-1, I believe, with the choose your champion. So we'll see how things roll out. And as we continue here into the planning phase, I want to remind you guys that this round and all of our rounds today are brought to you by Curl Paw Creatives. Use that coupon code. Use it. Barons 2020 for 15% off. No minimum. So if you just need a couple tokens or you need to get a big set, go to Curl Paw Creatives and get your token needs. Remember, it's not just X-Wing, by the way. He also has Destiny tokens, Legion. He's got some... what's that game? Magic the Gathering, kind of a big deal. And some other stuff there too. If you like the game, those probably one of my favorite items, new items that he has on there are the judge rulers, by the way. If you've seen a couple of judges use them on our stream before. So they're slightly longer than the actual range rulers, but they're lined where range 3, range 2, or range 1 would be. The little extra length is to put in between 2 ships that are just at the edge of the range. That way you can judge a little bit more accurately whether things are in range of each other. They're really, really useful for judging. And hello, Kellyanna, making their presence known, getting us to 74 subs. We're 1 away from unlocking our next stretch goal, which are the Barons Team Championship templates. All right, the couple remember they're talking about the seismic effect. Everything, so it basically attaches to a obstacle at range 1, and then there's a range 1 bubble around that, and any ship inside the bubble will take a damage. Honestly, right now, the seismic damage isn't too big of a deal. Like, I think you take the damage to make sure that you can coordinate red line. So it looks like we're waiting for a couple of dials here. Nick setting up his ships in a way where those initiative ones are in front. Smart deployment. So they get to move first. They can move a little more freely without being interrupted by the Inquisitors. System phase. Going to decloak back towards Lauren. That's the ship's left side. Gets the evade because that's the Phantom's ship ability after decloaking. We're going to kick out another seismic charge here. It would have been at range 1, even with that, with the little bump there, so it's not really a huge deal. Death Rain gets an action there because of the focus. Okay, I have a couple questions about the system phase. I'm going to go ahead and look up the rules doc here really quickly just to double check. Maybe I'm misremembering system phase. We'll go ahead and double check. All right. Rules reference. There we go. Let's go ahead and check our system phase here rather than guessing. I'm looking at the rule book right now. System phase. The sequence of play starts with the lowest initiative ship and continues in initiative order. All right, yeah, that's true. Let me go ahead and just let them know, just for so that we can get it working here. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Got that information relayed to the players. It looks like the one bank lands nicely. Should be able to get an action. Lauren double checking her dial here. Okay, so got coordinated of focus. Red line's ability triggers of being able to acquire a target lock after performing an action. So she has target lock focus set up on that red interceptor. Blue tie advanced. Moving next. One hard. All right, for anybody who needs that link to the rules reference, we're going to go ahead. I honestly should probably just make that a exclamation point rules so we can always have access to that. I'm actually going to do that, like right now. It's always good to just have access to that link easily. All right, barrel roll focus. 2 straight. He's going to need a boost in order to get a shot there, but he has the space, it looks like. All right, links to focus. Stressed. Death Rain does a 1 bank. Will it bump? No bump, but that means Lieutenant Sai is gonna punch Death Rain in the face. Honestly, it's not a huge deal for the Lambda. He's gonna get shot back, but Death Rain only has 4 health. Perfect world for Sai. It clears him. I think I saw a 2 hard from Redline. Honestly, that bomb can just be moved, but I think I'll leave it down. So the gas cloud is going to explode. Can't avoid that. If we look at the action, it has an option to barrel roll. It's going to avoid a couple shots. I guess it depends on where Whisper's going. I was deciding to switch the lock. But I think there's a little bit of a missed opportunity there. Lauren could have barrel rolled and switched the lock because the acquire lock here on the card is not an action. So a little bit of a misplay there. Okay, bombs go off. Death Rain, 2 damage. Redline will take 1 damage. Psy will take 2 damage. All right. Range 1 into the yellow interceptor. That's strong. 5th brother for the crit there. 2 hits, 2 crits. Going to be taking a crit no matter what. And that's crit. Any of them double damage, that's a dead interceptor. Let's find out. Blinded pilot. Console fire. So console fire could end up killing the interceptor, but it does get to shoot. All right, red lines up. It is still range 1. You go into the interceptor. It's easier to do damage there. Actually, he focused. He focused on the V1. Oh, hit crit. And safe. All right, death range should be up now. Looking at options, I mean, if you have 3 shots, maybe 4 shots into Whisper, if that's where you're going, or are you going into whatever ship you're committing to, you're going to shoot everybody. Let's see what your options are first. Range 2 to Whisper. Range 1 to side. He does not have red line in the arc. We'll see what the call is here. Going range 1 to Sai. Had a lock out there. And that's 3 hits going into the shuttle after rolling the blank. That's going to be half points. 26 to 49. Nick getting on the board. That's Lieutenant Sai spending it, hoping to see if he blanks out here. And lives, got the 1. And Nick's surprised he gets to live another turn. Initiative 3s are up. Checking his range on the blue Inquisitor. So Nick saying he has range to whisper, range 3. All right, looks like he's deciding to go into Lieutenant Sai here. Range 2. Spends the focus for hit crit. He's got nothing else coming in. Hit crit. Damage engine. I mean, those hard turns were red anyway. Doesn't matter. They're not even going to put up the animation for that one. Checking to see if the green Ty V1 has a shot. They're going to double check. It's an arc. Range 3. Snake Eyes there. Spend the focus. Down to 1. Nick needs to activate his interceptors next. We've got to remember console fire when yellow activates. Going through his options. Gonna activate red next. Range 3. Has a focus out there. Got 2. Needs natties to live. Not today. All right, Nick pulled ahead 51-49. All right, console fire. Alpha class is dead. All right, that's going to bring Lauren ahead now, 51-64. Going range 1 at Whisper and got nothing out of it. And rolls the 2 natties there, of course. So now, while the tail of the tape right now, 51-64, says that Lauren is ahead. One of the issues is the fact that Death Rain was not taken off the board that turn. Lauren would be in a stronger position, of course, if Death Rain was off the board. But we now have another turn that that Lauren needs to waste in order to try to get Death Rain off the board. And for Nick, on his side, he has some tools available. He's got a trajectory simulator. We've popped off both of those seismic charges already. He's got proton bombs left. Dropping the proton bomb off the back doesn't seem useful. The trajectory simulator, though, does give you some options. Right now, with these three guys stressed, they can't. The interceptor at least cannot K-turn. Actually, I like what is the turnaround maneuver on red line? It is a 4K. I'm fairly confident that the 4K fits there, though it is very blockable with those TIE V1s if Nick sees that. Red line. Getting my Punishers mixed up. Red line does have a proton torpedo still active, and has target locks out there on one of the interceptors and one of the Inquisitors. So got to watch out for that. Now Whisper is in a position to get pounced on and possibly blocked here. I want to see where this decloak is. What's the plan for Lauren? This is one of those turns where Whisper either looks like a god or gets got. Death Rain has hull breach. Let's read hull breach. I don't know. Did he get a hull breach on Death Rain? I don't. Somebody's talking about here. I'll go take a look. Let me go take a look. Nope, no hull breach over there. Nick system first. He's dropping the proton bomb out the back. So proton bombs deal critical damage to any ship inside of range 1. There's no crits were dealt to Death Rain. Let us move on. All right, system phased. Lauren double checking her dial there. Gonna go ahead and shimmy to the right. Kellyanna doing the work here. Went back, watched, and no crits. So we're good there. 2 straight, takes a focus. And boosting to the left. Trying to catch a candy caning Whisper. Pretty classic. All right, and here's Nick going 1 hard to the right, anticipating the 4K from Redline. I talked about that. It was very blockable. Took an evade. Does she do the 4K? Does. It might fit. He would have had to boost in order to block it, so it will fit. Throws a ship across the table. There's the 4K. Death Rain didn't move. We got it. Death Rain does a 1 bank. Little mistake. It's cash. We good. So no action there for Death Rain. And now we do the 4K. Places it down. There we go. And there's a stress token. We're good. Board state returned. Target lock is on the green one. All right, Nick calling out his mistake. He's like, oh, I just realized I forgot to put a delayed fuse on that bomb. I thought it was a little weird, but Whisper candy caning. He's going to be taking a couple shots, but not from Death Rain. Honestly, this isn't a terrible spot to take a shot from. I mean, you'd prefer not to get shot at all. I think you focus, right? And you double down and hope to dig some damage there and be able to get an extra evade. We are at the end of activation. The proton bomb blows up. Might be able to initiative kill the Alpha Squadron if she has range. I'm not sure who she's targeting. Oh, this is Whisper first. And spending the vote, going aggressive here. 3 hits and a crit. Juke spends a focus for a crit. Panic Pilot takes 2 more stress. It does hit, and Whisper gets an extra evade. So this is where Redline tries to reach out and touch that Alpha Squadron. Lauren hasn't measured yet to going Proton Torpedo into green. Oh, I wonder if she had range. Spends a lock. 2 hits and a crit. It's going to be taking hit crit no matter what. That's going to be half points. Uses the force for 1. 2 shields, half points. But of course, the Inquisitor didn't have an evade token, so that was a little easier to get damage in there. One crit into Whisper, safe. Whisper just shrugging this stuff off. Range 1 into Redline. Hit crit. Takes a crit though, and that's the last shield. Ooh. That's really close. I think it's close enough for a judge call. And Death Rain accidentally got skipped, but does not have a shot. So Lauren has pulled ahead here, 51 to 82. Recloaking there on Whisper. That turn goes to Lauren. Trading blows here. That interceptor's not turning around for a while. Oops, accidentally subtracted 1 earlier there. There we go. All right, Death Rain at 1 hole. We got a couple. Man, this is still actually a really tight game. Proton torpedoes are spent on Redlines. Got both those munitions out of the way. And he's not going to be in a position to torp something in a while. Can get blocked pretty easily next turn. So there's not going to be any reload shenanigans unless you're turning away. That chat delay. I had already fixed the hole. Whisper right now in an interesting spot. Not going to be threatened by the red interceptor because that, I mean, it can turn in either direction right now, but you're just kind of trying to get rid of that stress. Maybe it'd be best if Nick gets it out of the fight for a little bit. But you want to, yeah, you got that 3-dice gun. You really want to make sure that you're getting shots before it dies. All right, Whisper does have the ability to do some work in this list with that decloak. What you gonna do, Lauren? She has the dial down already. Could choose not to decloak this turn. Might be a safer option. Though, of course, if you just candy cane and pop Death Rain, then worth, right? Proton Bomb, the last one dropped here by Death Rain in desperation. Has the option to delayed fuse. And does. Going to focus with his ability after dropping or launching a bomb. You can perform an action. Might be getting a 4K here from Redline. Sorry, from Death Rain. Both of them are on the board. Sorry, guys. Lauren double checking her maneuver. And this looks pretty classic right now. Going to as far back as possible. Now that candy cane can be blocked pretty easily by the interceptor, just by 2 banking to the right or just going 2 straight. But Nick dialed in a 4 straight. Might jump over. Honestly, would be best case scenario for Lauren, I think. But right now he's doing what we talked about earlier, just disengaging to try to preserve the health there and bring him back unstressed. That is a blue maneuver. They're going to go ahead and check there, and it does fit. Relieves 1 of the 3 stress and takes its target lock and 2 stress with it. There we go. Inquisitors are up. 1 banker to the right, trying to face down Whisper. Evade. One heart to the left. I mean, these moves just all make sense. You're anticipating Whisper coming down that alley. And I think at this point, while you have ships up, you got to try to get as many shots into Whisper as possible because she is the win here for Lauren. Redline can be killed pretty easily with 1 agility if you're got a 2-on-1 in the late game. Death Rain, 2 harding. Down towards Redline, trying to get a block here. All right, taking a target lock here on red line. Digging for some hope there. One forward, that probably bumps. I think maybe a small base would have fit in there. And confirmed does bump. Clears a stress. Will still have a shot at the Inquisitor, the green one. No actions. All right, one hard. We'll be getting shot from the Inquisitor there, but it's gonna have a long-range shot at death range, just take it off the board. He just slapped down the focus. There it is. Combat has started. End of activation. First, though, fuse gets removed. Lauren throws the delayed fuses. Confused Lauren there for a second. Measure from the bottom. Like, oh wait, that's next turn. Fives are up. Whisper going range 1. Saying I can kill. Trying to get rid of that evade, I think. We're gonna go ahead and spend that force for hit crit. Lauren choosing aggression, taking shots of opportunity. Nothing to juke there. Force and evade takes a crit, and it is a structural damage. That's on the green one, down to 1 hole there. Gets an extra evade. Range 2 from Death Rain. He's got a pea shooter here, no mods. No mods on no mods. This is going to be 2 on 2. Got 2, only needs to get 1 through in order to get that Inquisitor off the board, and does it. Initiative killed. Lauren pulling ahead here, 51 to 99, widening the gap. Stop swearing at me, Lauren. All right, range 3 to Whisper from the Blue Inquisitor. Spends a focus. I mean, he cannot hit her. Yep. Spends the focus for the semantics. Imperial efficiency showing its strength here. And Lauren double checking about the bomb. It does blow up next turn at the end of activation. So recloak. Whisper going to try to stay away from that. So that means most likely we are decloaking this way and then coming down and then trying to catch me some red line. Sorry. Oh, God, darn it. These punishers. Trying to catch me some Death Rain. I want to remind you guys, we are watching the Barons Team Championship here in Birmingham, Alabama. It did completely fill up, which is awesome. It's great to see so many teams here. There are teams of 3. So Lauren working on locking up this W for her team. Other members on her team are Stephen Ford, her betrothed, and Andrew Knuckles of Curled Paw Creatives. Versus the Atlanta Hawks team of Nick White, Sam, oh man, I'm forgetting Sam's last name. Sam Tully? I feel like I'm making that up. That feels like a fake name. Sam and another gentleman who I have not met yet. Haven't had the pleasure. CT Jack says Red Train. Yes, that one. We're a big fan of team tournaments here at GSP. This is why we like covering the the big community ones. Sam Talley, there you go. Thank you guys. We'll also be at Crate Cup in a few weeks. Another team tournament. Down to 1 stress on the Red Interceptor. Soul Reed says the other guy's name is Elliot. All right, I'll take your word for it. 1 bank here from the Inquisitor. Probably stay right there. That blocks a 2 straight from Whisper. I like the spot. Just drops the evade, just trying to be defensive. $4K coming in here from Death Rain. I promise you that is the name of that chip. Death Rain. Diamond Boron missiles most likely going into red line this turn. Three bank. Ooh, plopping red line right in front of that Ty V1, serving up a shot there. You probably just boost, yeah. That'll get red line a shot. Also changes it to range 2 and gets a free target lock because of ability. But I think had one out there already. Gives it a fully modified shot. Oh, zoomed over there. Is it a K? Oh, look, the aggression here from Lauren. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I would have not anticipated that. Holy crap. Choosing violence here says, I want to eat these Inquisitors. Man. Proton bomb goes off. No damage here. So this is just a range 2 shot. Vanilla range 2 shot. Has the lock, so you get to spend it. Why not? 1. 3 dice coming in. Got it. Whisper range 1. And oh, yeah, that was a hit. Yeah, it should be a hit. Spends evade. Spends a force and evade. Takes 1 shield there on the Blue Inquisitor. Evade there for Whisper after hitting there. Here's Death Rain throwing dice all over the place. 1 hit. And that means nothing. You spend the evade. All right. Blue Inquisitor into red line. 1 hit. And takes a hit. And he's 1 away from half now. Just checking the health there. 7 minutes and change left. Can we get a close-up on the red line after the match? Yeah, absolutely. We can do that. It'll put a delay in giveaways. Is the chat okay with that? It'll be a delay in giveaways if we get a close-up. So Whisper is not going to get an evade next turn after the decloak because the let's go ahead and check that the Stygium Array ship ability. It says after you decloak, you may perform an evade action. So it's important to note there, no evade this turn. So Juke will not be active unless Lauren evades as the action on Whisper. But being faced the direction Whisper is probably doesn't get a shot unless it's against the Inquisitor, which they're hard to hit. They're hard to hit. She's gotten a couple hits in there, but it's not a gimme, and she's probably going to want to hold on to some of those modifiers for defense. We'll go ahead and look at the Phantom Dial for anybody who's not aware of that. There it is. Those are her options for clearing stress. Thinking about the decloak now. All right, we're going to go ahead and decloak to the left as far back as possible. No evade because stressed. Too hard, and that Interceptor is going to get actions again. Takes the evade. Two straight there from the Blue Inquisitor, just tracking down Redline. That swole Redline with that thick arm. Barrel roll. Going for a block there on Whisper. 3 straight still fits for Whisper. Not the 2 straight, though. Death Rain 2 straight. Probably target locks Whisper. This is an opportunity to get a Diamond Boron missile shot onto Whisper. There it is. Three bank, this aggressive play from Lauren gets a range 1 shot. Takes a strain. So Inquisitor probably taking a, dealing damage there. So, okay. Takes a 2 bank to the right, anticipating the block there. That does clear the stress. You probably just take the evade here and... And Lauren going for focus rather than evade here. Could have just cloaked. Should have one more. One hit there. Needs to spend the evade. All right, Diamond Boron showing up here. Spends a target lock. Just one. Nick is sad. Hey, lands there. There's a shield. Diamond Boron missile triggers. All right, could take another damage here from the Diamond Boron. No extra damage. Range 2 with a focus into red line. I'm just leaving that up so you guys can read that ability here. No focus. Nick feeling triggered here. We're at initiative 1. No shot there. 1 minute 30. This is going to be the last round right here. And he's no longer strained. Dude, retire those dice. Those are the stream dice. Those are the same ones Lauren has been rolling. It's the same. The stream dice giveth and taketh away. And for Nick, they taketh away. It happens. It happens sometimes. Sometimes you don't roll what you need. Now, a couple of things here about the game with 30 minutes left. Sorry, 30 minutes. 30 seconds left. One thing I found interesting is that Lauren has not prioritized taking Death Rain off the board. While Whisper only took one hit, that could have been bad, but it worked out. So there's the official timer going off in the background. And system phase does trigger here. I think Death Rain has one more bomb left, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, I am mistaken. They both got dropped. Oh, I even have it crossed out. Read your own darn thing, Dio. All right, busting a sloop there. Now, if Lauren loses red line this turn, she would lose the game, right? No, because Red Whisper's 81. She's gotten half the maths. No, if she loses all of red line, she would be losing 68 points. Now she's not given up half yet. Barrel rolling to try to get out of the cloud. If red line goes forward, Lauren's aggression might get punished here because she hasn't taken out Death Rain, and those points are sitting out there. 33 points. That would get her ahead enough to be winning the game. That boost could be actually Death Rain's death right there. Whisper has one hard barrel roll. If he would have left Death Rain where he was, he would have been fine. But of course, Nick is trying to go all in on red line and try to clear him off because he still has to deal the damage in order to win the game. So taking the risk, but hey, goes over the cloud.
guys are still great. Y'all carried your weight. You guys wouldn't remember what Tom gave you.
No strain there. The 3 hard. The barrel roll will not get the shot, I don't think. I don't think it's going to pull it back enough. Needed to be the 1 hard. All right, this is the game. No shots for Lauren, I don't think. This basically comes down to dice. She gave Nick an opening here. All right, judge call here on the on Death Rain. If red line gets erased, Nick wins the game. It's close. Remember, we have an angled view. I know it looks like it's on, but and it looks like it's in. Range 1, no mods. 2 hits. Blank out kills him. He's got 3 dice. He's got it. That's what Nick needed. That's what Nick needed. This is like, I mean, the math says that red line's going to be taking some pain here. He's taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dice and a target lock focus diamond boron. Target lock. Weapons failure. Down to 3 hole. Inquisitor range 1. I think this is the Inquisitor's focus. Sorry, I thought that was death. Red lines. Hit crit. Down to 1. Structural damage. That's huge. It comes down to this roll. He needs 1 hit. Not going after, and that's the game right there. Not taking out Death Rain early in the game, leaving that till later, ends up losing Lauren the game here in the last round of combat. Nick wins 119-99. Took some risks, chose violence, and violence came back to bite Lauren. It happens. Whew. All right. So we move on here, and Lauren was the people's champion and just lost there. So that means the chat right now is 1-2. But guess what, guys? Guess what? It's still giveaway time. All right, guys. So all of our giveaways are brought to you by District Foundry. Thank you to District Foundry for supporting our work here at Gold Squadron Podcast. Whoop, whoop. Let's go ahead and give some stuff away. CZ Jack says, rip Death Rain, red line. It's true. All right, guys. So if you've never participated in our giveaways before, it's super easy. All you got to do is type in the chat. We're going to go ahead and we're going to be giving away a couple of GSP prize packs. We have a couple of major vendor cards to give away as well. And then we're going to go ahead and take a peek at our stretch goal giveaways because I'm pretty sure we just saw, I'm pretty sure we just hit one of the stretch goals. So we'll go ahead and do this first. Let's do some GSP prize packs. What's a GSP prize pack? They look something like this. It's 3 to 4 cards, could be FFG cards, something from the community. literally, I have All-Star cards from around the world that people have given to me in order to give away. Now, if you have local cards that you want to send to me to give away, just send them on over, and we'll make them part of GSP prize packs, and we'll be giving out to people all over the world. So just contact me if you want to do that. Let's go ahead and give away some GSP prize packs. We're going to go ahead and give away 2 of them. Here we go. The winner is Dalwynth, D-A-L-W-Y-N-T-H. Dalwynth, congratulations for winning a GSP prize pack. The second winner is, and actually, he says, I like some prize pack. Yes, you do, because you just won it. And the second GSP prize pack is El Guitaro. Not guitar, but Guitaro. Okay, El Guitaro. Been a following since 2017. Thank you so much for that. And as a subscriber, fantastic. They said me in the chat, and they did it. You got it. You said me. I said, yes, you. You win. All right. Now we have something that we unlocked earlier during our giveaways in the stretch goals was Major Vendor. Okay, we got 2 of these Major Vendor cards. Absolutely awesome. Thank you to Charlie Hicks for donating them to the stream. I love the art on this. It's so beautiful. Super cool. If you see there, it says The Hatchet Man. That's perpetuating the legend of the Hatchet Man. It refers to a gentleman who used to play in this play group who actually passed away, who they called the Hatchet Man. Yeah, so let's go ahead, and also they named their list after him as well. Andrew Knuckles famously winning the Denver System Open last year with the Hatchet Man list, and then it being nerfed into oblivion. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and give away. We have 2 of these. So who gets the first one? First one goes to X Winters 86X. Again, that's X Winters 86X. And the second one goes to Bartholomew 4. It's been following since January 22nd, 2019. Oh, you're new. Welcome to the family. Hi. Nice to meet you. Oh, sorry, wait, no, it's 2019, not 2020. You've been here a year. I still love you, though. All right, let's head over to those stretch goals. Remember, use coupon code Barons 2020. Let's see what we got here. So we have hit that. We are above 75. We hit 81 subscribers. So we're giving away the Barons Team Championship Top 4 templates. If you haven't seen them yet, they're really cool. They're not just flat black. They're like this textured black. It's really nice. Let's see if we can go ahead and get one of these here so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. You see how it's not like a flat black. It has this nice texture to it. Very, very nice. Birmingham Barons theme there. So let's go ahead and give these away. All right, we'll close those up, keep them nice and safe and together. Let's see who wins. 3, 2, 1. The winner is Bessie906. Been following since March 2019 and is a subscriber. Thank you so much for your support. All right, guys, that is that. Let's go ahead and put a check mark on the 75 mark, and we have one other stretch goal to do this weekend, and that is the Luke Carrington painted Ozatuck gunship. An absolutely beautiful paint job. Again, watch the paint cast every Thursday, hosted by Luke Carrington. Just nice, chill stream. Keep it on in the background. Have some conversations. Watch a man paint some beautiful stuff. And if you're into painting, paint along, practice some of those techniques, and become a better painter yourself. All right, guys, we should be back here in, I'm going to go ahead and call it about 15 minutes, maybe call it 10 to 15 minutes for our next round, round 4. Bessie906 says, love you all. I love you too. Remember to type !win to claim your prizes. And I want to remind you all, those of you who do giveaways, okay, remember to please fully fill out the forms. I just finished shipping a bunch of stuff from the Texas and the Las Vegas, it was a Texas System Open and Las Vegas Grand Championship. A bunch of those. But there were about 15 people who won prizes who will not be getting them because they didn't fill out the form correctly. So when we printed out our big list on envelopes and all that ready to go, it didn't format correctly because it didn't fill out the forms correctly. Unfortunately, because of time and stuff like that, I hope you guys understand, we don't have the time to go through and email everybody and do that and try to get it all fixed just because we're creating so much content all the time. This is the contract right here. You fill it out correctly, you get your stuff. All right? So, win link not working. Can you put up a list of the winners? You got to listen for your name. Listen for your name. Here is the full link of that. Somebody said that's all good. All right, there we go. Dizik Nad did not. I got it on my PC. Yeah, sometimes the link works a little bit weird on. There you go, Steven Spikes. I love you too, man. All right, guys, we're going to be up here. I'm going to go ahead and call it 4:30 for the next round. Let's go ahead and get that ready to go. It's called Hatchet Man. Call it the Hatchet Man card. You won the Hatchet Man card. It's Major Vendor. You could also call it that. Wait screen. So next time should be 4:30. Remember, we do have to do the pairings and stuff like that. Okay. That's good. Dang, you missed who won. Yeah, Nick White pulled it out right at the end. Right at the end. Like, it was a nail biter. Absolute nail biter. Just kind of the recap there is Lauren was leading for almost the entire game. She had left Death Rain on one hole, and the target priority there, she didn't go back to get Death Rain. And essentially that lost her the game because Death Rain had a shot, dealt some damage just throughout the game into Redline. That ended up making it so that that Redline was killable at the end. Isofane says, at Disneyland and my kids now have a fever. Oh no. I'm sorry, ISO. Hey, maybe they're just hot. Might just be warm. You guys are probably in the Disneyland one. Well, no park today, just resting. Agreed. I like to take breaks when I go to Disneyland. We put a break in between. It was nice. All right, guys. Well, we'll be back. Going to take a little break, and we'll be back with round 4. Oh, I forgot to actually put that on the wait screen. Round 4, not round 3 anymore. Round 4. So we got 2 more left, guys. 2 more games, and we'll be back from the Barons Team Championship.